Hi everyone, this is Sinan from CarInspected. Today we're in Blainville. We're at a local dealership here. We're taking a look at this 2016 touareg, Volkswagen touareg. This is the TDI model. Starting with a walk around just to show you the overall condition of the body. In a nutshell, the body looks good. I have some imperfections, and that I have highlighted in the pictures. I've taken a lot of pictures of the car already. I'm gonna show you my findings. You can tell, like you can see my reflection here. It's very, very, very good body condition. However, this side has been repainted. I will take my trusty paint thickness gauge. That's about normal thickness. That's already increasing. More than double. Double. And then it's getting back to close to normal. So that was used as a blend panel. This is normal. And then here too, a little bit of repair that was done here. Nothing major at all. You can see there's no tape marks or anything like that. Here everything looks good. Now notice these bolts. These bolts are painted the same color as the car because it was painted along with the body when it was being painted. Normal paint, normal thickness here as well. And look at the bolts here. No damage or scratches on them or anything like that. Then this is a closer look at the back doors. Now, we switch to the driver's side. And by the way, I always check these as well, just in case the tailgate has been replaced or anything like that. And we look at the sealant that's on both sides. Everything looks good. Here what you see is just some polish leftovers. So it's not a paint over or anything like that. Now, when we look at the driver's side, the top bolts look fine, but then look at the bottom ones, you see scratches there. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing. There's a closer look here versus that one. So it seems like the door has been adjusted. Here we have scratches on the top and on the bottom. The door has either been adjusted or completely removed and repainted. And there is another sign here of overspray. Again, the job was done very well, but it has been repainted. The computer scan is underway. I've done under the hood. I'll show you. AC is working, sunroof's working, all windows are working, all mirrors are working. I have yet to check the wipers and the horn, but then I'll do that in the test drive. Under the hood, actually, just before I open the hood, you can see hood is original. The bolts that hold the hood in place are original, no damage to them whatsoever. However, there is damage to the paint itself. You can see it there. It seems like it's gone below the clear coat, so I don't know what happened here. It's definitely an anomaly. There are some stone chips, but I don't see anything major. The car is a little bit dirty. The dealer told me that they cleaned it yesterday, but it rained. Accessory belt is in good condition. Oil is good. The power steering is good. The brake fluid was tested as well. And I checked the filter. I've taken a picture of it. It's nice and clean. The coolant freezing temperature is good. Now, if I remember correctly from working on previous revisions of this vehicle, this is the fuel filter. But the only way to check it is to remove it and replace it, so might as well just replace it at the next service. I'll give you the mileage of the car. I've removed this. I've taken pictures of what's inside. The headlights. Car was manufactured in 2015. I'll show you in a second. The headlights are made in 2015. There. So these are original headlights. So if there was anything major done to the car, headlights would have to be replaced, and that's not the case because there it is. So it was July 2015, which is consistent with the age of the car. The mileage is 119,000. I left the lights on just to check them. I'm just going to leave it on auto now. The interior has a lot of options. Phone connectivity works, and navigation works. Heated power steering works. I'll check the heated seats on both sides. Let's get to the back. I just want to show you a couple of things. There is some damage to the cargo cover here. The original floor mats for the all season and the summers, as well as WeatherTech floor mats. The inflation kit to repair a spare is all in here. This is the inflatable spare tire, or collapsible spare tire. This is the AdBlue Access. This is a chalk that can be put in front of the wheels in case that you need to lift anything. This is basically to remove the covers for the lug bolts. Please ask the dealer to clean these before, if you decide to go ahead with the car, and check if there is a wheel lock inside. And if there is, I did not find a key for it, so please get that checked. Here, the brakes in the rear are about 50% remaining. Tire tread depth in the rear on these Michelin's 255, 55, 18. These are the Latitude. These are 5 30-seconds in the rear. And if I remember correctly, I've taken pictures, I remember it being around 6 or 7 30-seconds in the front. These tires were made on the first week of 2019. The tires match 255, 55, 18 in the front and in the rear, and they match brands. You can see the undercarriage. I have to highlight a couple of things in the undercarriage before we move into the interior. So if you look at the center of the image, you'll see a hanger for the exhaust that's just loose. I don't know what work was done recently, but that hanger should be attached back in its place. This is a loose cover. You can see the gap. I'm looking at the plastic cover, so let me try to highlight it for you. That gap should not be there. Okay? That cover needs to be put back in its place. So it seems like some maintenance was done to the vehicle not too long ago. CV joint in the front, driver and passenger are in good shape. Transfer case, there's no leaks, or it doesn't show like there's any damage to it at all. in the back. I'll just put this back where it belongs, right here. A little bit of misalignment right here, but everything else looks fine in the rear storage area. The towing hitch was definitely used, and it has been repainted and cleaned up. I'll tell you why I believe that it has been used. It's the 5-point. As you can see, the undercarriage is in good shape for the age of the mileage and the mileage of the vehicle. Emergency triangle. There's a little bit of damage on the inside of the tailgate. Nothing alarming though. It's all within normal use. You have the reverse camera and the lights, which I have checked already. Going into the interior, you can see the WeatherTech floor mats. Here we've gone through the computer scan, which I'll touch. I'll get back to in a second. So 119,000 kilometers. Heated seats on the driver's side is working. Turn it off. AC is working. Radio is working. Lights are working. Everything that I checked so far is functional. The rear windows. The WeatherTech floor mats are in the rear as well. I checked the actuation of the seats. So the actuation of the seats is here. And the seats do slide forward and backwards. I've illustrated it here. I've moved that one forward, and I've moved this seat as well forward and back, and everything worked fine. Little stain in the roof area. You have the 115 volt, and the vents in the rear are in working order. The seats are all working. I checked the front seat actuation as well as the passenger side, so driver and passenger. Now we get into the codes. So this was using VW. Just trying to reduce glare as much as possible. Engine, transmission is a pass, brakes is a pass. The keyless entry, which is number 4, seems to have a code. Let's see. Yep. Lower limit not reached. Key 1 and key 2. So you need to look up these codes, which is 00955, 00956. That's freeze frame data. On when it happened at 117,000 kilometers, so about 2,000 kilometers ago. February 9. Fault frequency only once. Fault priority was 3, which means that it won't show on. It won't give you a warning. Air conditioning is a pass. Air conditioning is working. It's a nice hot day today in Montreal. Central electronics, parking assistant, airbag. All of these are pass, no faults. Steering column, dashboard, gateway. And we're back at engine control. So there's a lot of computers that were scanned, and everything is a pass. I did onboard diagnostics generic scan. and I saw that there is no codes that haven't recently deleted or anything like that. Yeah. I'm just showing you the different menus that are in here. Just to connect the phone and the assistants. So the side assist is there. And then we'll do the yep. That's all working. Steering controls are working. So if the car had air suspension, it would have another switch here, or another toggle just like this one. This one has on-road, off-road. Electronic parking brake tested and working. Oh, there is a fault in the parking brake, so that's good that we uncovered that. Okay, and then let's do a release. Yep, there is a default, or there is a fault, sorry, in the parking brake, so that's something to check, definitely. We're leaving it on auto here. And now we're just changing the default settings of the car. There's nothing that I found to be problematic other than what I just uncovered and the code that I had just seen. Again, there are some small issues here and there on the vehicle, but definitely needs attention before purchase. Now, heat is normal, car's not overheating. The mirror is just to show you. Step left. And then the right, which I will show in a second. Wipers are working in the front and in the rear. And here we are on the right. Horn is working. I think because the hood is open. Close the hood. And then let's try to actuate the windows. Yep, there, everything's working. You saw the wiper there is in working order. Now, I'm just gonna lower the cargo cover so that we'll have rear access, rear visibility. So that was VW specific software or VW compatible software. I did the onboard diagnostics and I was able to see that no codes were recently deleted. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is the reason why I think the car was used for towing. Show you a little bit more details about this. So, the electronic brake control is installed. User manual is here. These are just the covers for the child seat, the child seat attachments on the rear. You can see I've checked both on both sides. And there you go. Little imperfections here. I still have to check the lights, just the flashers. Sorry, I checked the headlights and the tail lights, but now let's check the flashers. Yep, all is good here too. And the fog lights are working. Just turn them on. Okay. Headlights are the high intensity discharge. I'll just show you a little bit on the interior, but before we embark on a test drive, very, very quiet, very well insulated. There is an emergency vehicle that's passing by not too far from here, and you can barely hear it. Now, and back. So the assistants don't seem to be functional. Let's see. Well, I'll try that while I'm on the test drive. So this one keeps going back to the side assist. I do see the blind spot detection grayed out, and it would light up here. AC on off. Heated seat on the passenger side is working. We'll leave it on auto, let it do its thing. Syncing both sides. Car setup. Traffic, we said there's no traffic, there's navigation. There's guidance, advanced navigation settings, media. Source. Hard drive, Bluetooth, SD card. So there is a nice little extra here. Press. Yeah. You get the SD1, SD2. Then we go into radio. The radio's working. Seems like they used to frequent Ottawa, the Ottawa-Gatineau region. Now, if I turn this off, you'll be able to see a little bit of It's really hard to see. I'm gonna try to get it for you. Just small scratches on the screen. There. And here. Not sure what that is. Let's go into camera is working. With the angle. Auto dimming mirror. There's a lot of options. A lot of options on the car. However, I would still like to see the cruise control to know if it has any extra features for the cruise control, or is it just a basic one, and if the blind spot monitoring is working. Now the car does not have lane departure, otherwise it would have a camera here, and I will show you what I mean. It would have a camera right there. That's not the case. So one thing I don't think I have showed, I'm gonna flip the image just so you can see it, but it's gonna show you the brakes in the front end. They're about 50%, a little bit over 50% remaining. The inside, it shows a little bit of rust. That's the hub and the hub attachments, upper control arm, and the shock mount and the seat joints, the headlight level sensor. Everything is in place, everything is nice and clean. A little bit of surface rust here and there. You saw a description, or you saw a little bit of the undercarriage overall condition earlier in the video. All liners are in place. The windshield is original from 2015. All windows match. All windows are original VW. There is 2 keys according to the seller. I only see one, but they said that the second one is exactly like this one. Now, it does have the keyless access. Again, driver's side, even though it looks nearly perfect, really, panel alignments and everything looks very, very good, but it has been repainted. I don't see any damage to the pillars, so that tells me that the damage was superficial. Otherwise, the first thing that would get damaged would be here after the doors, which would make it very, very difficult to bring back the car back from a salvage. Basically, it would be a total loss if that was damaged, but that is not the case. But yeah, the driver's side, both doors. Hood, just a clear, some imperfection behind the clear coat. This cover is missing, or it's broken right there. All others are there. Parking sensors, everything that I'm checking, everything is nice. There are a lot of radiators that are tucked in. You can see one here. This is a diesel, so it will need a lot of cooling. These engines get pretty hot. Passenger side, not much has been done except here. It was a local scratch repair or something, because again, the paint looks perfect. Now to the trained eye, you'll see just a very, very slight difference in color here when I change the angle, and that is because the panel has been redone. The rear bumper looks nice and clean, and the towing hitch looks nice and good. Tailgate area, Wipers working, lights are working, roof is in good shape. But of course you saw what needs to be done. So the hangers need to be put back. There is a fault in the parking brake system. And the codes that you saw on the computers. And the repaint that I don't know if it's in the Carfax report or not. Well, this has been Stan from CarInspected, and that was a diamond level pre-purchase inspection on this 2016 Volkswagen Touareg. And we are in Blainville, about half an hour, 45 minutes away from Montreal. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.